Hello, it is Monday the 2nd of November and it is a new weekly reading vlog. And right, I said this last week. Last week started off really good with loads of updates and I wanted to carry the energy through to the following week, and it did not happen. This week I am determined to carry through the good energy. So, updates. Also, before I do the updates, I have got warm mulled wine in my Christmas mug and Disney Christmas bedding because it is now November. Oh my god. When I warmed it up, I put some star anise in it and oh lordy lord. So updates. Yesterday I started reading the Fellowship of the Ring. Now I was supposed to read this in October for Tolkien Along and it didn't happen. So I'm playing catch up. Reading this, I am actually doing pretty well. I'm about to start chapter 8. I am going to read a little bit more of this evening. I have been listening along with the audiobook, which is really helping because the writing is quite small and I'm getting through it really quickly with the audiobook on. So I'm really happy about that. I'm hoping to finish this in the next couple of days. Fingers crossed. And then today I started 2 buddy reads. First up, Percy Jackson and the Battle of the Labyrinth. So I am I've read the first 3 chapters and I'm already loving this. Tyson's in it again. I love Tyson so much. Tyson is the cutest. And yeah, I love Annabeth. I think Annabeth might be my favourite character. I just love her so much. But I'm really enjoying this so far. Can't really say anything about it because spoilers, because it's book 4. But I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. I think Nico's going to play a big part in this one. I don't think that's really a secret either. I don't think that's something I'm like figured out. I think it's pretty obvious Nico's going to play a big part in this one. But then I started my other buddy read, which I am doing with Jazz and Kelly, and that is The Final Empire. Now I have read the first 60 pages and I'm really intrigued. I feel like at the moment it's a bit of like, not info dumpy, it's not info dumpy, but it is sort of like trying to you're trying to like know what mistins and mistborns and everything are. It's a bit like the opposite of info dumpy. Like there's not much describing. It's hard to explain, but I'm enjoying it so far. Vin has already come into it now. Vin seems to be everyone's favourite character, so I'm really excited to see if she ends up being one of my favourite characters. I can't really make that assumption right now because I've only read 60 pages, but I'm very excited for this. I have heard so many good things about it and it's my first Sanderson book, so... And everyone seems to start with the Mistborn trilogy when they read Sanderson, so yeah, I'm very excited. It's going to take us a few days because we do like 50-ish pages, or until the end of the chapter, and today the chapter ends on page 61. So this is going to take us about 10 days, but we might have to do like catch-up days if one of us doesn't manage to read, so it's going to take longer than 10 days, but it's 10 days worth of pages. So there's that. I have not started any of the books for Believathon yet. I wanted to get Fellowship of the Ring and I need to get Vampires in Moscow done. Once I've done those 2, I will be starting on my first book for Believathon. I'm very excited to start Believathon. I've been seeing people posting about it and I'm very, very excited. I posted my TBR for that on Saturday. No, I posted it on Sunday. So tomorrow I actually have the day off work. I booked it off work because my colleague has been on holiday for the last 2 weeks, so I've been on my own. and even though it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, I still need a day to sort of like recuperate. So I obviously worked today because she needed to catch up, and then I booked today as holiday, tomorrow as holiday, so she'll be on her own for one day, so that's not too bad. Plus Tuesdays is our quietest day, so yeah, I'm excited to have a chill day tomorrow. I'm seeing my boyfriend, and I'm going to try and film a video, maybe 2. The second one will depend on whether my LitJoy arrives tomorrow, because it's currently stuck. It's in England, it's in Langley, but it's not moving from Langley since Thursday, so that's a bit worrying. But yeah, so I'm hoping that comes tomorrow so that I can film that unboxing. But I am going to at least film my October haul, which is going to be very short this month because I have been very good. Very good. So yeah, I have been babbling for quite a long time now, so I'm going to stop babbling and I am going to go read more of Fellowship. Hello, it is Tuesday the 3rd of November and I'm really annoyed at myself. I had a plan. My plan today was going to be to film my October book haul. Yeah, I don't like this lighting and I can't show you the books properly, so I've wasted the day. It's too dark outside now because literally woke up, made a cake for tonight for me and my parents. Boyfriend come round, we watched Ragnarok, we watched some Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I have done about 20 pages of a book and that's it. And I'm really annoyed at myself because I was going to be so productive. I was going to film at least a video or 2 and edit them. Have I turned my computer on today? No, I have not. I guess that's not happening. I guess I put makeup on for nothing. Do you know why I missed out on the light? Because when my boyfriend left, I spent like 2 hours on TikTok. So I took the chance and I filmed it, and I won't know until it's on my computer and I'm editing it, but I think it might be okay. But yeah, so let's hope that came out okay and I don't have to redo it, because I'd quite like to be able to put all the books away now. Well, that's a lie. There's nowhere for them. Who knows where they're gonna go. But yeah, I'm gonna go and try and read for a bit before dinner. So for tonight's Bake Off, I made, because it's 80s week, I made primary school cake, and I'm currently heating up some custard so we can have it with it, and I'm very excited about this and I really hope it has come out okay.
Yeah, I'm bringing a bit of sunshine. I could eat mango.
So the cake was a success. I am very happy with this. If you don't know what the cake is, I don't know what the actual name for it is. I think it's just like sprinkle sponge cake, but I call it primary school cake because it is the staple dessert that we used to have if you had school dinners in primary school back in the like late 90s. And I think it was a thing in the 80s as well, which is why I made it, because Bake Off was 80s week. But it was so good. So the recipe I found, you had to have a certain size tin, and I didn't have that size tin. I had a smaller tin, so I just halved the recipe. Plus the cake was literally only for me, my mum and my dad, and I didn't want to have leftovers, so I literally made half the recipe, and I'm really glad I did because it was the perfect amount. And I wasn't brave enough to attempt to make my own custard, so I just bought, or rather we had a tub of Devon custard, so I just heated that up and we had that with it, and it was very good, very good. But reading updates, so read today's pages of Percy Jackson. Thought something was going to happen and I was about to throw the book, but it didn't happen. It was fine. The character was okay. It was fine. It's fine. It's fine. I love Percy. Percy's sarcasm just cracks me up. I relate to him on a spiritual level. I love him. So there was that. Have not read any of the Final Empire because not all of us managed to read yesterday's pages, so we're taking a break while they catch up. But I did read some more of Fellowship. I'm over halfway now, only just, so I'm up to book 2. I was considering reading another chapter or 2 before bed, but it's been a few days since I read any fan fiction, so I might read fan fiction instead. Or I could just do both, or I could like read another chapter of this and then fan fiction. That's what I should do. I think I might do that. Chapter of this, then fan fiction. But that's my update for today. I am now going to relax and yeah. Good evening. It is Wednesday, the 6th of November, and yes, I'm wearing a Christmas jumper because do you know what? Christmas makes me happy. So I don't have many updates. The only one really is that I read another 50-ish pages. I am like basically halfway through now. This is literally the only update I have. I am hoping to read another chapter of Fellowship. I believe the next chapter is like an hour long on double speed. So I'm going to try and get through that. We'll see if I can stay awake for the whole thing, because I am pretty tired. Me and Liv had like a 3-hour video chat where we just chatted, and then we also did some planning for a future Royal Readathon, which we will be announcing the basic details of fairly soon. We just have a couple more bits to sort out with it, and then we are ready to let you all know. So if you want to keep your eyes peeled for that, then head on over to the Royal Readathon Twitter, which you can find in the description box below. And yeah, we're looking forward to the next round of the Royal Readathon. It's obviously a different theme this time, and we are excited. So yeah, we did some planning on that. But that's basically it. I've been so distracted today, so I did want to read during my lunch and everything, but I was so distracted with the whole US election. You would think that I lived in the US, I've taken such an interest in it. But yeah, it's like at the moment it's looking hopeful, but I don't want to get my hopes up for America because it could change. It could change. But yeah, my brain has been so focused on keeping up to date with what's happening there that I've just not been able to focus on picking up a book today, other than a bit of Percy Jackson. So yeah, that's unfortunately not really happened today with reading. But yeah, I did want to pop in and just say that I did read more Percy Jackson, and I am wearing a Christmas jumper. I have my Christmas bedding, and yeah, I'm kind of happy. But lockdown in the UK starts again tomorrow, which isn't going to be too different from my last 4 months, because I've not left the house at all, so it's not really any different for me. So yeah, and none of my friends live nearby, so it's not like I've been visiting friends or having friends visit me. I've literally seen 2 friends, and that was not much. But yeah, so I will hopefully have some better updates for you tomorrow. Let's keep this crossed. Hello, it is Thursday the 5th of November, and I actually have some pretty good reading updates for you. So this morning I finished Fellowship of the Ring. So I was supposed to read it last month, didn't, but finished it on the 5th of the month, so that's good. I gave it 3 stars, which is what I gave The Hobbit, and I've got to say, I am glad I'm finally reading these books, but I think the films are better. I am finding it hard to concentrate on the book, which is a shame. I had the same issue with The Hobbit, but I enjoyed the audio for The Hobbit a lot more because it was Andy Serkis narrating it, whereas this is Rob Inglis, and he's a good narrator, but he's not Andy Serkis. So yeah, gave it 3 stars, and I do think that the films are better, and I'm sorry if you're like a massive fan of the books and disagree with that, but yeah, I'm going to finish reading the books, but I probably won't reread them again, whereas the films I'll watch over and over. I also read today's pages of Percy Jackson. I have left the book downstairs and I am not going down to get it, so I can't hold it up, but you know what it looks like. So I think we have about 100 pages left of that, so we've got 2 more days of reading it. And something happened in today's pages and I was like, finally, and then nothing came of it, and I'm like, no. Oh, it's so frustrating, but it was such a cute moment, and I was like, oh, it was very cute. Now I have started reading Vampires of Moscow, and holy Jesus. So I started reading this evening, and I'm 47% through. It's very good. I'm about to start chapter 15, and it's, right now there's some sexual tension, and I'm just like, please just do something about this, because this is too much. But it's good. It's not like too much like angst. It's the right amount of angst. And the dedication in this book, I have to tell you what the dedication in this book is, because honestly I could not stop laughing. So the dedication in this book is: to all the men I've banged before, none of these sex scenes are based on you. It's just a brilliant dedication for a book, but it also means that there's clearly going to be sex scenes in this book, and I'm very excited to get to the smut, and I think it might be soon. I'm really enjoying the story. I really like so obviously it's vampires and there's shifters and witches, and it's interesting how the shifters work, and also the different type of witches, and the main character, the type of witch she is, her power is, or her ability is very interesting, and I really like it. And I do actually have, there's a novella for this which I believe is set before the events of this book, and it's hinted at in the beginning of this book, and it's made me even more intrigued to read the novella. So I think I might try and fit the novella in once I finish reading the actual book, because the book's not long either. Like, it's like, I'm like 170 pages in, and it's like double that. So it's only just over 350 pages, but already I know I want to recommend this because it's a really good book and it's funny. Like, obviously there's vampires killing people, and not just vampires, that there's deaths happening, but it's funny. The main character is so sarcastic, and she rolls her eyes and she makes references to things, and I relate a lot. But that is my update for today. I am going to stop talking because I really want to get back to this book, which has not happened in a while, so where I get sucked into a book that much. So I'm going to embrace that while it's here. So I'll probably update you tomorrow. It is 23:53 and I have just finished reading Vampires of Moscow by Kadis Knight. 4 out of 5 stars. This book is amazing. Oh my god. It did not go how I was expecting it to. Oh my god. It was so good. And this is the first time I've read like an entire book in a few hours in ages. Oh, it was so good. I'm so tired right now though. Like, I need to go to sleep. So it is Friday the 6th of November and it is the morning. Yes. So I am far too awake considering I was up quite late last night. Like I finished reading the book just before midnight and then I couldn't get to sleep, which was great. But it is 8:31. Wow, it's only 8:31. I still have time before work. Wow. So I I have just filmed my Illumicrate October unboxing and I'm obsessed with this edition of the book. So obviously it's no secret what the book was for October because they literally told us what book it was going to be when they announced the theme. So it's The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and obviously if you've been watching my vlogs you know that I absolutely adore that book and it's one of my favorite books of the year, and their edition may be my favorite edition. It's gorgeous. I'm not going to show you, actually no, I am going to show you. Look at it. So like all the other UK editions are like navy and gold, and this is black and silver. Like, this is my aesthetic. I love black and silver. It's so pretty. So yeah, I'm now struggling to like not just pick that up and actually read it again. I only read it in September. No, I didn't. I read it in August. I read it in August. It's been 3 months since I read it and I want to read it again. Trying not to because I have a pile here of all the books I need to read this month, but I'm making good progress. I think I'm not making as much progress as I would like to be making on the 6th of November, considering my old track record for books compared to this new horrible normal where I don't seem to read as much. But today I am going to be starting Murder Most Unladylike. It matches my top. I'm going into this very unsure if I will like it, simply because of the things I have heard about it. But I'm going to give it a go. I had already bought the book before I started seeing those things, so I might as well just read it. So yeah, I'm starting this today, and I also have another 50 pages of Percy Jackson to read. So I might try and get Percy Jackson in now before I start work. I dropped my book. Yeah, I might try and get Percy Jackson in now before I start work, and then read that on my lunch break and this evening. So I will check back in with you later. I just thought I would quickly come in and just say it is bloody freezing today. Like, it is that cold. I am wrapped in a fleecy blanket whilst working. I should really go put the heating on, but that involves getting up and walking up the stairs, and I don't want to do because I'm comfy here. Apart from being cold, I'm comfy, but work's really slow this morning and I don't know what's happening. It's never like this on a Friday, and it's putting me on edge a little bit because I don't like it when it's like this, because I never know when it's gonna just explode and go crazy. But yeah, I kind of hope it carries on because I do have stuff to do today, but emails are quiet, which is good but also bad because I'm waiting on responses and stuff and I'm not getting them, which is always fun. But yeah, thought I'd just update you on a blanket. Also, this is my super cute new one from Asda. It's part of the Disney Christmas range and obviously I got it. So it is the evening. I have read today's belly read pages of Percy Jackson, so I only have 50-ish pages left, and I'm almost halfway through Murder Most Unladylike, and I'm not loving it, but I'm not disliking it either. Hopefully it gets better, but we'll see on that. But for now, I am going to get into bed and watch The Rise of Skywalker because I want to. So I will catch up with you tomorrow. It's Saturday the 7th of November and got my first toffee nut latte of the year. Wait for it. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I was just on a video chat with my sister and oldest 3 nephews when the news dropped that Biden won. I am so happy for America and the rest of the world. Like, I really hope they make it, like they stream it when they have to drag Trump kicking and screaming from the White House, because it will be a beautiful moment. Oh my god, and we have the first female vice president. Oh my god, this is amazing. Hello. So it is a lot later. I have had a half productive day and a half not productive day. So for the full like morning, I accidentally spent it on TikTok. I didn't really realise I lost track of time. And then Jade did a Patreon live reading, so I joined in on that. And I finished Percy Jackson and the Battle of the Labyrinth, 5 out of 5 stars, just like all the other books in the series have been. I loved this so much, and there were so many bits that I adored. I thought this has been my favourite one so far. Before it was the second one, but now this one is my favourite so far, and I'm very excited to read book 5, but that might not happen until next month now, but we'll see how the month goes. And then I finished Murder Most Unladylike by Robin Stevens. Now, I did not hate this as much as I thought I would. There was a lot wrong with this. So for one, Hazel is just, there's so much bullying and racism against her, and not just from the kids either. Like, you know, the kids, you don't expect it, but you can sort of give them a bit of leeway because they need to learn, but they're not going to learn because even the teachers at this school do it, and it is disgusting, and it made me very uncomfortable, which is why I'm leaning more towards giving it like a 2.5 rather than a 3. But the story itself, like the plot and the mystery, I enjoyed, which is why I felt like it did redeem itself, but not enough to love it. And I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna get unhauled because I'm not gonna read it again, and I'm not gonna continue the series because of that. But I did think it was very clever, the whole murder mystery. So, you know, there's that. I didn't hate it, I didn't DNF it, I did manage to get through it. And this was actually my first book for Believeathon, which was for the key prompt, which was to read a mystery. So prompt 1 ticked off for Believeathon. And yeah, it's Saturday night, so it's like gone 11. I have got a pretty early start tomorrow, and I've got a lot of stuff I need to do tomorrow, like editing this. I've got another video I want to edit and get done, do some stuff around the house, chill for a bit, maybe read for a bit, we'll see. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get to sleep pretty much once I finish talking to you guys. So I'm going to wrap this vlog up. I am very happy with my progress this week because I have finished 4 books this week. This is insane. Insane. What a difference between October and November, because in October, the entirety of October, I read 8 books, yet in the first week of November I have read 4, and I have started The Final Empire. We did only read the first 60 pages, and we're going to carry on our buddy read, but stuff was getting in the way of that. so we sort of didn't get on it properly. But 4 books in a week is so much more me. I'm so happy about it. But yes, I am going to I'm going to wrap this vlog up. I think there's a bit more than the last few weeks has been, and there's been definitely more like quality, so that's good. So I hope you did enjoy this vlog. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Bye.